everyone, it is that time of year again where we are registering for classes. If you're watching this video, it's because you're interested in possibly taking Creative Writing 1 and 2. This video will tell you what you need to know about these classes so that you can see whether or not they're a good fit for what you're interested in. So let's start by talking about Creative Writing 1. So Creative Writing 1 is broken into several different units that focus on different genres of writing. So we will practice writing flash fiction, science fiction, fantasy, poetry, memoir, research stories, plot twists, and we'll even delve into this really weird form of writing called neo-futurist writing. Now, one thing to know about writing in these genres is that you'll have a lot of freedom as to what you want to write about and how you want to write about it. So let's look at a couple examples. So say you come up to me and you say, "Oh, hey, Miss Stokes, I know you told us to write a fantasy story, but I got this great idea for an epic poem. Can I do that instead?" Well, I would say, absolutely. That's a fantastic idea. Go do that right now. Or you might come up to me and say, "Oh, hey, Miss Stokes, I know you told us to write a memoir about an event in our life, but I'd rather write a story about my grandfather. Can I do that?" And I would say, "Oh yeah, absolutely. That's a fantastic idea. Go do that right now." Or you might come up to me and say, "Hey, Miss Stokes, I know I originally planned to write a research story on the water bear, but I want to now try a weird screenplay adventure. Is that okay?" And I would say, "Oh yeah, absolutely. That's a fantastic idea. Go do that right now." So essentially what I want you to get out of this is that in the class, if you have an idea and if you want to write about it, you can. There's a lot of freedom there. There will also be structure in case you're not sure what you want to write about. But if you enjoy writing, you can write whatever kind of your heart desires. So within Creative Writing 1, one thing I do want you to know about is that you do need to produce about 1 to 3 pages of writing a week, depending on what we are doing. So all of this writing is intended to occur in class. There should be no homework with creative writing because I don't want it to compete with your core classes. So as long as you're using your in-class time wisely, you should be able to produce these 1 to 3 pages in class and only in class. Now, you might love writing so much for this class that you want to do it outside of class, and you can definitely do that, but you do not have to. So other than the fact that Creative Writing 1 is incredibly fun, another reason to take the class is because it will improve your writing. So we focus on a bunch of different areas of writing, such as characterization, imagery and setting, diction and syntax, which are fancy words for word choice and sentence structure, imitating another author's style, organization, such as rather than having huge blocks of paragraphs, maybe having a paragraph that's only a sentence long, plots, the perfect first line, and ultimately creating your own style as a writer. So these are the different areas that we focus on specifically throughout the year, and they will improve your writing style, which is always very exciting to see. Alright, so now that we know a bit about Creative Writing 1, let's move on to Creative Writing 2. So Creative Writing 2 is similarly broken down into different units. We look at genres that are a little more complex, such as magical realism, travel writing, playwriting. We'll return to more kind of complex examples of poetry. And one thing to know about this class is that within all of these units, we will be in a workshop type of structure. So when you write something, you'll provide it to your peers and they will give you feedback so that you can then edit. And similarly, when your peers finish writing something, they'll give it to you and you'll provide feedback so that they can edit their writing. And that's the main structure of the class, is through these workshops. Another item that you and your classmates will get to complete is a literary journal. So compiling your writings and the writings of people outside of the class, you'll create a literary journal that you'll actually put into print and distribute to other students in the school. So that's kind of the overview of what you will do in this class. Now, that's me. Miss Stokes right there in the center of your screen. And what you need to know about creative writing 2 is that, well, I don't really matter. And that's because the class is primarily student-led. Since it's workshopping, you guys will lead what you talk about and when you talk about it. These different genres that you look at, you get to choose the order in which you try them out. And you'll also have a lot of freedom to study your own genres and produce writing in those areas. So this Creative Writing 2 class is a great class for very autonomous, independent learners and workers. If that's you, you'll really flourish in this class. Also, because of that, you do need a recommendation signature. So if you are going to apply for Creative Writing 2, please make sure to see me in room 226 so you can get a signature recommendation. So another thing that you should know about Creative Writing 2 is that you can get both academic and honors credit for that course. For academic credit, you'll produce about 2 to 3 pages of writing a week. If you want honors credit for Creative Writing 2, you'll produce about 4 to 5 pages of writing a week and need to complete challenge focuses. However, I think it's really important for some of you guys to know that because you're searching for electives that allow for honors credit, and this course can do that for you. Another reason why to take Creative Writing 2, other than the fact that it's super fun and you can get honors credit if you work hard enough, is that again it improves your writing. So we'll have a lot of focus on editing your writing, and we get to see how that really improves your style. And we'll do a lot of that editing in peer workshops where we work together. Furthermore, you're going to develop your own personal writing style that's unique to your own persona. And with that writing style, you'll even attempt to publish some of these works to online publications. Alright, so that is what you need to know about Creative Writing 1 and 2. I hope to see you next year in one of these classes. If you do have any questions, please make sure to ask Miss LeMay, or you can ask me, Miss Stokes. Again, I'm in room 226. Alright, good luck!